Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spurs Live. I mean, it's been a while. I can't lie. It's been a while since we've been live on this channel. But we are back. We are back. Yes, we still got the StreamYard logo. You know, it's very much new to us still. Again, as we're back. But we're gonna be talking a lot about Tottenham Hotspur so far this season. And if you guys do want to come and have your say, that is how you can do so. By simply clicking the link down below in the description, and you guys can come up, have your say on the on Tottenham Hotspur this season. I mean, we're going to be talking a lot about Pedro Porro and Udogie, how important their role is in this Ange Postecoglou system, and how we can get the best out of them. Because I feel like this season we have not been getting the best out of them at all. At times we've been looking very flaky with them. We've not looked good going forward or defending. Mostly defending, we've not looked great with them, especially when the balls get pinged from side to side way too easily with this lineup that we do have now. As I'm sure you guys can tell, obviously I'm still very upset from the draw versus Fulham. Obviously, a great result from Fulham point of view. They deserved it, to be completely honest with you, and they could have gotten even a win. But look, let's start very, very, very simple with a bit of an analysis on Pedro Porro and Desmond Udogie. Now, both players obviously have played a huge role in Tottenham Hotspur ever since Ange Postecoglou has taken over. But what I do want us to have a look at is their position, their position. So I'm going to give you one instance of a of a Desmond Udogie performance versus Fulham, and one versus Manchester City. Now let me show you exactly that. I'm going to share the screen so you guys can see it now, and you're understanding like what I'm talking about in terms of how he performs. There is, pretty sure. Okay, so I do have a bit of a cold. Okay, here we go. That's it. That's it. Let's see. Let's capture this. Here we go. Desmond Udogie. There we go. Don't know why it's not showing. Okay. Well, whatever. It's not showing. Maybe if I do slides. If I add a couple of photos from here, maybe. I don't know what has happened, but basically, we can tell that Desmond Udogie's best position is going forward. It's going forward. His best attribute is going forward. We see it time and time again. Oh no, you can't show it. Okay, whatever. Not the end of the world. Or maybe if I can go like this. Maybe if I got this, put this Destiny Udogie here. Maybe like this, I can share screen it. There we go. Right there. Okay, so as you can see here, Destiny Udogi's main position versus Fulham was coming round here, was coming up front on that top left-hand corner, almost acting as a left winger. Now that's Udogie's best position. His best position is going forward on that touchline and just making those overlaps to the left winger, which in that case it was Timo Werner. But then, if we get a very, very, very similar image here, where Destiny Udogie was versus Manchester City. Now, versus Manchester City, this is what we saw of Destiny Udogie. We saw this version of Udogie, and some people like it. I just don't understand how that fits the Ange Postecoglou system, but some people like it. And look at this. This is exactly what we're talking about. This, for example, is another version of Destiny Udogie. Now, Destiny Udogie over here, he's playing a very defensive role. Now, the reason why, obviously, we had a very solid defence versus Manchester City, besides the point that they lost the ball quite a fair amount, Manchester City, we had a very solid defence. Now, look at that from a Destiny Udogie point of view. That is where Destiny Udogie was. If you compare it to any of his other previous games, his heat map is very much as a left back going forward, playing as a left winger almost. Now, our problem with Tottenham Hotspur this season is that when on transition, we have not looked good at all. We have not looked good at all on transition, and that's the biggest problem with Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham side. Whether or not fans want to accept it or not, we are extremely poor when it comes to transitional breakout. When we have to defend the counter-attacks, we are very poor at that. All the opposition needs to really do is ping a ball straight to Udogie, ping a ball straight to Pedro Porro, and we won't do well with that. We really don't do well with that. We saw versus Roma how they were able to, when they ping the ball from side to side, they really capitalised on Tottenham's defensive issues there. And that's a big, big, big problem that Tottenham Hotspur have this season, is that their fullbacks can't get back to defend quick enough. Now, whether or not Pedro Porro was injured versus Fulham, with that groin injury that he picked up, if he was, Ange Postecoglou, as the manager, needs to take him off ASAP. It shouldn't be a debate whether or not you keep Udogie or whether you keep Porro on or not. It should be out. That's it. You're injured, mate. We need you for the next upcoming games. But for some weird reason, Ange decides to keep him on. And you can see that Dragusin and Johnson all of a sudden needs to do so much more to get back now. They need to do so much more defensive work. Whether it's Dragusin going to that right back position, sometimes coming up for Pedro Porro, or whether it's Johnson dropping deep now all of a sudden to defend. That's the big problem with Pedro Porro. His defensive his defensive attributes aren't skyrocketing. They're not great. What he provides us going forward is brilliant. I think he's one of the best right backs out there in terms of what he provides us up forward. Obviously, you got the Trents. You got the Trents. Not even gonna bring Walker in this conversation. Well, yeah, you obviously got the Trents. Or maybe Ben White's up there. I don't really know who's a better right back in the Premier League than Pedro. Obviously, Trent. I don't think there's. I mean, if you look at Pedro Porro's stats this season, for a right back, that shouldn't be your stats. I mean, he's got 2 goals, 1 assist, and in the Europa League, he's got 1 assist. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists in 13 games. I mean, I'm happy. And if you look last season, he got 7 assists. He got 3 goals last season. I mean, it's improvement from year on. But the question for us is that what do we do when we go out on the break on the defensive side? what I'm gonna do in the meantime is get the lineup that we love. We love the lineup builder because we're going to be building the lineup that we're going to be seeing. Now, again, I think I'm going to be doing the lineup that we saw versus well, it's not really there. It's more here that we saw versus Fulham. Now, the lineup we saw versus Fulham goes as follows: Forster in goal. I mean, it was alright. He got a lot of stick for coming in. Like, you know, he got a lot of stick for, you know, not being quick off his feet, and we saw that versus Roma. We had Porro on the right. We had Dragusin on the left, on the right, sorry, and we had Davis on the left, which I think they both did very well. We had Udogie on the left-hand side. We had a midfield three of Bissouma, of Sarr, and Maddison. We had a right winger of Johnson, and then we had a left winger of Werner, and striker we had Heung-Min Son. Right, let me quickly share this with you lot. Sorry, here we go. I forgot to unmute myself. If you guys are new also to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. We are trying to close on to that 2K mark. So currently we are on, how much are we on right now? We are on 1,883 subscribers. So please smash that subscribe button. Drop a like on this video if you're new. And yeah, keep on sharing the love. Keep on sharing the love. Now, yeah, let's get back to it. And by the way, say hi if you're in the chat. I want to know who's in the chat very quickly. Hang on. All right. Okay, now, this is what we had. At times, we had Johnson far too up versus Fulham. Far too up. Far too up the field, which left Porro when he was tracking back. Oh, sorry. Let's start very, very simple from the beginning. By the way, we will get to Udogie very, very soon. Don't get me wrong. We will get to him very soon. So when we were on the attack, it looked something like this. Now, all of a sudden, you had an Iwobi flying a ball down here to their left winger, whoever it was at the time, and we had Porro who was slacking to get back. Now, even if Porro was to get back, he still needed help, which meant Dragusin had to come out of position, Davis would have to come out of position, and Udogie was still way too slow to get back, which left all this position here way too open for the opposition. What happened as well is that when we were on the attack, when we were on the counter-attack, we saw this multiple times. In this situation, I think Kulusevski was on, but let's say it was Maddison for this instance. Yeah, we would have, let's say it was a corner, everyone was back here, obviously. Sarr's here, Udogie's here, Porro obviously here, whatever, Werner here, Maddison down here, Johnson down here. Now, when it was a corner, and we had an attack, the ball was here with Madders, let's say. Maddison would run with the ball, or no, sorry, it was Kulusevski at that point. I remember, it was Kulusevski at that point. Kulusevski, obviously, when he came on, he had the ball, and he was ready to break the attack. We were able to go score a goal. We could have gone and score a goal. But what happened was the fact that Pedro Porro was way too slow, way too tired to even get on that attack with them, help Kulusevski up here, and then Kulusevski just simply got fouled here and lost the ball. That's the problem with this Tottenham Hotspur team. We're playing way too many games, and we're not capitalising on the opportunities we have. We had Sonny with about 2 opportunities to score a goal the other day. He did not go score. How many times this season has Werner had a chance to go score and he hasn't scored? Johnson as well. Johnson, I mean, yeah, sure. Johnson's on, I think, 10 goals already this season, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure he's on 10 goals. 6 goals in the Premier League, 3 goals in the Europa League, and 1 goal in the EFL Cup. Yeah, and so he's on 6 goals and 1 assist. That's very good for Brent Johnson's standards. Very good. But yeah, I'm gonna send this link out to anyone who does want to join us from the YouTube side of the channel of, like, you know, let's get some of the other big YouTubers, if anyone does want to come on and have their say. I will be sending it now. Here we go. Send it, share, copy link. Here we go. Here we go. I'm just going to paste this here. All right. I'm so sorry. I do have a cold, so I'm not 100% today. So yeah, that's the biggest problem with this Tottenham Hotspur team. Yeah. Okay. So now that we spoke about Porto before anyone comes on, I'm going to speak quickly about Udogie. Now, what I feel like Udogie is very good at, he's good at that dribbling, getting forward, attacking a play. But when it comes back to tracking back and defending, he very much lacks it. And he often has to get help from Mickey van der Ven on when Van der Ven does start. Now, it's important that our fullbacks get time to rest. I'm just going to wait for the thumbs up, see if he's ready to come on. All right, brilliant. So look, lads, we will get Matt on. I don't know why I didn't have a better introduction, but yes, Matt, how you doing, mate?
Hello, mate. I'm still in bed, mate.
I thought quickly to get on a quick live stream. How you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, very good, mate. Very good. Disappointed with the result on Sunday, but
100%. I'll tell you what, I was quite upset. Also, coming back from that 4-0 win versus Manchester City, could have started great consistency work now. But yeah, what did you make out of Pedro Porro's performance and Udogie? We're focusing today on the fullbacks. What are your thoughts on them?
I think Porro's been very good all season. Look, he makes the odd mistake. There's a few defensive frailties.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's caught out of position, what have you.
Yeah.
I feel like for their goal, we didn't close them down properly. Yves Bissouma could have been 3 or 4 yards further out, closer to Kearney. But I think on the whole, Porro's been good. And I believe that in the top 5 leagues, he's had the most goals and assists of anyone.
Do you not think that when we attack so much, that, you know, the amount of games that we play, because we're on the ball so much, it's relentless for these fullbacks. They got to come back, defend. Do you not want to see a bit of Jed Spence or a bit of even a switch in that left back position sometimes?
Yeah, I feel like there could be more rotation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like one of our best times was when we had Walker, Rose.
Yeah.
Who were the other 2 fullbacks we had?
Carl Walker Peters at that time. Um,
No, it was before Walker Peters.
Before Walker Peters, then it was um, not Chadley. What's his name? Kyle Norton. Norton.
No, it was before Norton.
Before Norton.
But anyway,
see.
we had 4 very good fullbacks,
Yeah.
and we pretty much changed them every game. So the fullback would play every other game,
Yeah.
and we had 4 very good fullbacks, and we would change them every other game. So you would have Kyle Walker and Danny Rose, and there were 2 other fullbacks.
I know you're trying to think of
This is going to really annoy me.
No, it's Walker and Oh, I like the thing is I got my book. I even got a book of that Tottenham team. Who was it? Who was it?
Kyle Walker, Danny Rose, Kieran Trippier.
Oh yeah, Trips. Yeah.
Kieran Trippier and Ben Davies.
Oh well, they weren't outstanding. I mean, I thought you were talking about back. I thought you were talking about back then with Carl Norton and all that.
No. I'm talking. So this was 2015.
Right, Carl Norton was before. Carl Norton was like 2012.
Yeah, but Kyle Walker Peters was after.
Right. Yeah.
Let's look at the 2013 squad.
Wow, 2013 squad. Wow,
so Kyle Walker, Danny Rose,
Vlad. Oh my gosh, I remember all of them now. Bloody hell. I mean, wow. Like I haven't had the time to look back at these players that we had. I mean, Lewis Holby was there, Tom Carroll, Josh Onuma, Sigurdsson.
I'd say 2015, and like Kieran Trippier, Ben Davies, Kyle Walker, and Danny Rose.
Yeah.
And they were solid. Like you lose Kyle Walker and Danny Rose, and immediately you have Ben Davies. And I'm not gonna lie, I think Ben Davies has been solid for Tottenham for years.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree with you.
Like, and so back then, bear in mind, Kieran Trippier is a quality right back.
Yeah.
Trips is a quality right back.
I rate him so highly.
So, so 2015, when we had those 4 fullbacks, and I feel like that was Tottenham's best time.
Yeah, but the reason why I feel like we were so good then, obviously 2015 is when obviously it was Andrew Villas-Boas as well there, and then Pochettino came along. You know, I feel like we played to the strengths of the fullbacks then. We played to the strengths. Right now, I'm questioning if we're playing to the strength of our fullbacks right now. You look at Pedro Porro and Udogie. Going forward, they're immaculate. They're very good. But them going forward, is it they're immaculate inverting, or are they amazing just being a classic fullback? Do you not think we would get so much more of them being a classic fullback than being inverted?
I mean, it's the nature of the way we play. It's how Ange Postecoglou wants to play. And I don't think it's about changing your system around the players. It's around getting the right players to play your system.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we need some more wing backs.
Yeah. No, 100%, 100%. Well, look, Matt. I want to get on to. I don't know how long you got left, by the way.
Matt, I've got ages. I'm in bed.
Oh, cool. We're good then. I want to talk about a special someone, and you know what? I rated him so highly when we signed him. I think we all did, and I just don't know why he's not getting any game time. And it's this man, Jed Spence. Now, Matt, I want to get your thoughts on Jed Spence, really, because we can't really go off Tottenham game time because we haven't seen him much, but we can go
Yeah,
off
but
other players playing really, really poorly. So what do you think about Jed Spence? What do we need to do to get him into a team, and do you think he can play the Ange way?
yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think he's a
Yeah,
good replacement for Udogie.
yeah,
And in all honesty, from what I've seen of Jed Spence this year, I think he's been good.
right.
Like he has played a few games for Tottenham, and
When we've
I
seen
think
him,
he's
yeah.
been I think he's been good when he's played.
hmm And how do you think he will fit into this system if we put him in? Do you think he will click?
I think he will. I think Jed Spence is good going forward. He's quick, which allows him to invert easily
Yeah.
while getting back. I think Jed Spence is actually like the perfect player for this system.
Yeah. No. I completely understand what you're trying to say, or what you said. My problem with Jed Spence, it's a simple thing. I'm not too sure how he is defensively. I know going forward he's got it. We've seen him going forward. We've seen him getting a goal, but we've only seen him defend on that left-hand side as a replacement for Udogie. We haven't really seen him play that right-back position. Now, my only question is, how is he defensively? Will he be able to get back to defend? That's
I
my only
think
worry.
I think he can.
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying because, in all honesty, in the games we've seen him play, he's had very little to do defensively.
yeah.
But I think he's got the pace to do it. So I think it's possible.
But when do you predict we're going to see him, or if we're going to see him?
I don't know. Like maybe we'll see him against United in the cup.
Yeah. Well, look. I'm just hoping we see Jed Spence as soon as possible. But look, we've talked about Pedro Porro. We've now talked a little bit about Jed Spence. I'm really intrigued to hear your thoughts on Destiny Udogie, and another player that this season he's had a mixed season. Some fans are. Everyone's happy with Udogie. No one wants to obviously sell him. No one wants to get rid of him. He's amazing. He's a great left back. But some fans have been a little bit upset with the lack of defensive shape that he provides to this team because he doesn't get back to defend as quick as possible. What do you think? Obviously, you sitting and watching the game, watching Udogie. What were your thoughts on Udogie this season?
So I think Udogie's a good player.
Yeah.
But I do feel there's some defensive frailty there. Like, I think defensively he can be good and he can defend well and he gets in good positions and he does things. But what I've noticed with Udogie is there every single game there is a mistake in him.
Yeah.
Like Udogie never has a 100% perfect game. Every game there's a mistake. Like against Fulham, he slipped and gave the ball away. Luckily, it didn't result in a goal, but he slipped, gave the ball away, and when he did that, the Fulham team was immediately attacking. And I feel that's Udogie every single game. He's just got a mistake in him, and he makes a mistake every game.
Do you think that Udogie is suited for that inverted role, or should he be playing as a classic left back?
No, I think he's definitely suited for it. I think he's good at it, and he's suited for it. And as I say, I think defensively he can be good, but as I say, I just feel like there's a mistake in him every game.
Yeah, no. I completely understand what you're saying, and I agree. Especially that slip. I mean, I'm still thinking about that slip. It was just so hard to watch. Um, but I think the most important thing for Tottenham Hotspur going to January, in my opinion, is to get a left back and just to improve the squad depth.
I think a right back is a more important position.
What about Jed Spence? That's the thing.
But I see Jed Spence as a left back.
Oh, I really don't see him as a left back. How come you see him as a left back?
Because that's where we've seen him play.
Do you not think his best attributes come off that right? His best quality we can see come off the right. Because when we signed him, he's a right back. He played for Nottingham Forest on that right back. When he came to Tottenham Hotspur, when he started, he was playing at a right back. And all of a sudden, Ange has changed him around. Been playing him here and there for 2 minutes towards the end of the games at left back.
Okay, well maybe we put him back as the right back and get a left back then.
Yeah. Well, look, talking about getting left backs, is there anyone on your, I don't know, in your footballing mind that you'd want Tottenham Hotspur to sign at left back? Because I've got a couple names, but I wonder if you've got anyone.
No, he's a right. He's a right back.
Bear in mind, these players that you're about to mention, or I'm going to mention, they're for they're like rotation players that they're not going to be playing game in game out. Yeah.
Yeah. So look, my dream wing back, and I'm pretty sure he's a right back, not a left back.
Go for it.
But my dream wing back that I'd love to have, if money was no object and we could have any player in the world, I would want Achraf Hakimi.
Right. So yeah, he's a right back, but no, I 100% agree with you, mate. 100% agree with you. I think he's class. I think he's unbelievable.
No, he's too old now.
You know who I would have taken for that left back? For a left back rotational player, I would go get Fernand Mendy from Real Madrid. I think we've got an option to get him. I think we can get him. According to Transfer Market, he's 22 mil.
Is he a left back or a centre back?
He's a left back. He's got great defensive attributes. He can get forward. And I think he can be great. Obviously, he's someone who I personally would obviously love to have at Tottenham Hotspur, but he's getting into his prime right now, 26, 27. Prime is Robinson, the Fulham, funny enough, the left back as a rotational player. Imagine
what about Ait Nouri?
Look. I'm not too sure about him. I don't know too much about him to say, but I just think whoever we're gonna get, he needs to understand that he's not gonna be getting much game time.
No, to be honest, I disagree. Look at the best teams. The best teams have world-class options, number 1 and number 2. And the problem with Tottenham is we always have a strong first team, but our squad is always depleted. We never have a very good squad. It's always made up of young or bit part players.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas the top teams, they have great players, both first team and the substitutes.
Yeah.
They're all good.
No. Yeah.
But the reality is, I don't think we go out to get a bit part player who's going to. I think we'd be far better off getting 2 top class talents and doing what we did back in 2015, which is you play them every other game. You play a game, you have a game off.
But for that left back spot, specifically for Destiny Udogie, he's such a young footballer. He's up and coming. How old is he? He's 20, 21, 22 years old. He needs to be getting game time week in, week out.
He's got to be younger than that.
No, he's 22 years old. I just checked now. Now, if we play him week in, week out, he's going to get the experience. But the problem with that is he's going to get injured. We're going to see it with Pedro Porro if we don't start playing Jed Spence. Now, that's the reason why I'm saying if we bring in someone like Furlan Mendy, someone like Robinson, just to give this little
No, I disagree.
game time.
No, I disagree. I don't think we get an adequate cover. It's not about adequate cover, but they're off the pace. You need first team level players.
Yeah.
And then you just interchange them.
But would you not rather spend that money, that extra 30 mil? Let's say you were to spend 50 mil on a left back, yeah. But you spend 20 mil for someone who's going to be playing maybe once or twice every 4 weeks, okay? Then with that extra 30 mil that you just saved, you can go and put that into a CDM with an extra 30 mil that you saved off that right back.
But I think that's the problem. I think that is Tottenham's problem all over. It's all about penny pinching, and we're constantly, instead of going out and getting what we need, we're constantly going, I'll save a bit of money there. I'll save some money on the left back. And then we end up with players who aren't good enough. So we have a good first team, but behind the first team, the players are off the pace. All of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to invest in the team properly. Like, I think we should go out and get Nico Williams.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And I want to get onto that Sonny talking point with you.
I love Nico Williams. I think he's a brilliant player. He can take on the man. He's progressive. He's always looking forwards. And he's still at Bar. What's the bloody club called? It begins with a B anyway.
Oh, Atletico Bilbao.
Bilbao, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, look, Matt, I'm really desperate to talk about this talking point. And by the way, guys, comment down below your thoughts on that Udogie debate that we just had. Obviously, I completely not agree. I completely understand with what Matt's trying to say. And with to some extent, I do agree. But let us know in the comment section down below your thoughts on that Udogie debate. Now, Matt, I really want to get into this talking point because this Heung-Min Son now. Listen to me before you judge. Just listen. I went on to We Are Tottenham TV, big up to them. And we had a little debate, me and Sim. Me and Ben. Ben and I. And I said that I really think Heung-Min Son is getting to a point where he's just not producing what we need from a left winger anymore. He has some points here and there. He has some moments during game here and there that he does something nice. But as a left winger for an Ange system, I don't think he fits that as much as he used to, as good as he used to be. Now, over the past 3 seasons, he's been declining. Whether us fans like it or not, he's been declining. Getting a Nico Williams, hang on. Getting a Nico Williams will be perfect for a replacement for Heung-Min Son. Now, what are your thoughts on Heung-Min Son? Is he really not fitting the Ange system, or do you think still good enough? Should still go. We got him.
First of all, you shouldn't have put a hyphen between Min and Son.
Huh?
You shouldn't have put a hyphen between Min and Son.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no hyphen. It's Heung-Min, hyphenated, and then Son. Son's a separate one. Yeah, it's not hyphenated, mate.
Oh yeah, you're right. Fair enough. Good point. Check it out. Yeah.
However, I agree with you. And look, the reality is, obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo is an exception, although he is playing through the middle now rather than as a winger. But the reality is that the longevity of wingers, if you look, like, obviously, you've got some exceptions like Iron Robin.
Mm-hmm.
He went on forever. But then he's an absolute machine. Have you seen him recently? He ran ran an ultra marathon or something like that. But the reality is, in general, wingers do not have the same longevity as maybe a centre mid or a centre back. Like centre backs, look at Giorgio Chiellini, right? They seem to be able to go on a lot longer. Defenders in general, look at Pepe, right?
Thiago Silva.
Yeah. Defenders seem to be able to go a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
Because the pace isn't as important. It's more about intelligence, being in the right place, defending well, right?
Yeah.
So they can do it for a lot longer. Whereas if you look at wingers, how many wingers in the world are there, like world-class wingers that are over 30?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, can you name me a world-class winger who's over 30?
Not someone who's got pace, not on the top of my mind.
I'm talking a world-class winger. Can you name me a world-class winger over 30?
No, because pace is the most important thing for a winger.
Absolutely. And they lose it. And
yeah.
Son Heung-Min, like, he's still a very good footballer. And I think we can start using him as an impact sub.
Oh, wait, sorry. I think we do need to go back onto that. There is a world-class winger, Mo Salah. I just wanted to make sure he was actually he's over 32. Over 30. It's
oh,
Mo
yeah,
Salah.
he's like 33 now, isn't he?
He's 32, yeah.
Yeah,
but except for him, I don't know another one.
Okay, Mo Salah. I'll accept Mo Salah.
Yeah. Except for him, no, 100% agree with you. Except for Mo Salah, there aren't many at all wingers who are world class after the age of 30, 31.
Like Cristiano Ronaldo, but he's converted to the centre of the pitch. He's no longer a wide player.
Yeah. Lionel Messi.
He's a midfielder.
He's more inverted now, yeah, in the MLS.
Okay, attacking midfielder, but.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a fair point. It's a fair point on Sonny. So do you think we need to go find a replacement for him in the summer, or I want to know where you stand with Sonny. I want to know like what should we do with Sonny now?
Pardon?
What in your opinion do we need to now do with Sonny? Is he now a bench player that comes on? Is he a bench player now?
To be honest, he's still a good footballer.
Yeah.
But I think, right, the last 20 minutes of the game, he can come on and be an impact sub where he's got fresh legs, the other team's getting tired, and he can come on and do something. But I think we get Nico Williams, perfect replacement, comes in, is amazing. Son Heung-Min is our super sub.
100%. No, I completely agree with you. And you know what? Fans out there in the comments might be commenting right now. After the Fulham game, obviously it's going to be an easy scapegoat because Heung-Min Son is. That's what all I read on the comment section. And look, we are very pissed off after that Fulham game because Sonny did not play well at all. But it's been coming for years now. It's already the third season where he's been declining. Yes, he still scores goals. Yes, he gets assists. But it's not the same Sonny. He's very much declining.
I mean, this season he's only got 3 goals.
Yeah. How can that player be our left winger?
He's not as prolific as he used to be.
He does have 4 assists this season, to be fair to him.
Yeah, fair enough. But that's still only 7 goal involvements after, 20 games?
Yep. Yeah. So, look, as you guys can hear, that's our thoughts on Son Heung-Min this season. What should we do? Again, if you haven't heard my say on the We Are Tottenham TV channel, so obviously I think we need to find a replacement for Sonny ASAP. We need someone who's insane, like a Nico Williams, like a Rafael Leao, to come in and take Sonny's place. Obviously, I'd love to have Sonny still at the club. Bring him off the bench. He still has the magic moments and he can provide moments in the game. But Matt, is there anything else you want to talk about in regards to Tottenham Hotspur?
Not at the moment.
Anything on your mind? What's your thoughts going into that Bournemouth game now on Thursday? Can we get the win?
We have to win it.
Yeah. No, that's it. Yeah.
Simple as that. We have to win it. It depends. It depends what Tottenham team turns up.
It's funny, you know what? It's like every time I speak to anyone who supports Tottenham, and whenever someone asks me this question, it's always the same answer. It's whatever Tottenham team wakes up or turns up. Whatever Tottenham team it is, we can have a team that can go and smash any team in the world because of Ange football. But we can have a team that can literally lose to any team in the world because of Ange football. But yeah, look, that's where we stand in regards to Tottenham Hotspur, the fullback analysis. I hope you guys did enjoy that. Smash the subscribe button. Matt, any last words?
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Smash that like button, subscribe, and we will catch you guys in the next live stream. Peace.
Cheers, boys.